time! And guess what, everyone? I'm in charge now! I got rid of that other meddlesome owl for good! Which means this show is all mine! Anyway, enjoy the show, Hoot Hoot! Everyone, and welcome back to Owl Stretching Time. Last time on Owl House, we watched as Ida finally was captured by the Emperor. Turns out that Lilith was the one who cursed her all along, and for whatever reason believed the Emperor when he said he would relieve her of it. Now, it is up to Luce to save Ida. Thankfully she does, but unfortunately at the cost of the doorway back to the human world. And then of course Lilith, in an attempt to sort of redeem herself for cursing Ida, ends up sharing the curse with her, which now leaves them both powerless. Which means that now we have two great witches that are pretty much rendered useless, Luce, who is now stuck in the Boiling Isles, and the Emperor, who is now slowly rebuilding what was left of the exploded door. So yeah, a rather big cliffhanger if you ask me. Lots of uncertainty as to what's going to happen from here on out. We did see the promo, the trailer, and of course the new opening for this, because it was everywhere. I almost was afraid that we were going to get spoiled, because I'm sure some of you have already seen those pictures, you know, of Luce and Amity. And I think even Dana Terrace was saying, I swear to God, if there's any more spoilers, like, they are not going to kiss.
I will turn this ship around.
I will turn the ship around and I will sink it myself! Other than that, we did our best to avoid any other leaks, because I know people have warned us in our other videos that they release the episodes early, I guess either in other countries or to, I guess, premium access users or something. So I did my damnedest to stay away from everything that I could. It was a lot easier than other shows that have been leaking spoilers, thankfully. So the new episode we have today is Separate Tides. I'm guessing, based on what we saw from the trailer, you know, it's going to be Luce pretty much teaching Ida and Lilith how to do the glyph arts, how to, like, do glyph magic just to defend themselves. And chances are the Emperor is probably going to be after her now, because I wasn't sure if he would, since he had the remnants of the door. However, she has the key, which I think is the whole thing to actually activating it. And of course we have another character that's going to pop up that we saw at the end of last season, but we haven't been introduced to properly yet. There's definitely that intrigue, and then Lord knows how much else is going on.
Also, Luce is going to be a pirate.
Pirate Luce. She would look good as a pirate, honestly. Anything you want to theorize or add to?
There's too much at this point. I'm gonna wait and let things play out. I want to enjoy the ride.
Right. I mean, I know they've already released, like, a whole batch of titles. Do you remember how many episodes they said they were releasing?
I think it was like 5 or 6 thus far.
I thought it was more than that, but we just had, like, only 6 titles so far.
I mean, I assume it's going to be similar to last season, and that I think we're supposed to get a total of 21 this season, which will kind of make up for the fact that the first season was only 19.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. The first season, like, even though it was kind of stretched out, still felt really short. I don't know, maybe they'll make up for that with this. Because now that we have our big established bad guy here, there's definitely a lot more to, like, do and look forward to. Plus, we now have the added bonus of Luce being trapped in the world as opposed to her being able to come and go as she pleases, not to mention her mentor now being depowered. So definitely there are stakes. We also want to know what's going to happen, you know, with her mother, because we know that somebody in the other world is, like, impersonating her, pretending that she's at camp. We know eventually her mother's going to find out that she's not there, considering, you know, she's only there for the summer, and Lord knows how long it's really been at this point between worlds. Yeah, like I said, lots to look forward to, so let's get this started, shall we? Play.
For I am the good witch Luce, hunter of monsters.
This is just like the Good Witch's Aura.
You're Garlock?
How cute.
This is pathetic.
Small I may be, will soon know fear when I lay waste to all that.
King!
Now!
Yes! damn it,
right
King.
now. King!
Bad dog, bad dog.
Bad demon, bad demon.
Well, here's our new opening. Really like the fluid animation.
I think Dana Terrace herself must have animated this, because it looks like that animation she's employed for like Grom Frights and Agony of Witch.
In a bottle.
Week and a half since I destroyed the portal home. I had to. Emperor Bellows was going to kill Ida if I didn't hand it over. So I blew it up with some magic fire. She's not going to understand any of this. That's okay, Luce. This world is filled with inexplicable magical wonders, like this portal key. I have friends to help me. I'm never letting you go. You're never returning to the human world. He doesn't mean that. Yes, I do. This is Lady Owlie, the most powerful witch on the Boiling Isles.
Or she was.
Or at least she was, until her curse overpowered her and weakened her magic. She's doing her best now. It's still hard for everyone to trust each other, but maybe with time, we can all become friends. Even though Peter gets frustrated.
Check it, Luce! A new hunting weapon. I will
Ooh,
call
harpoon.
her the Stab Catcher.
Without the portal, Ida has no human garbage to sell.
Did you know that apple is a hat?
Really? No! King! This week we're bounty hunters.
Her hands are still attached. I just realized she became the Mandalorian.
The Emperor is really taking over.
I see it too, Luce. I'm trying to stay civil.
You're payment?
A single snail? Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry, I wasn't done yet.
You
Wow.
can't do this to me. Do you know who I am?
What are you gonna do? We all know you're powerless now.
This is awkward. I was the most wanted criminal for years. You should fear me.
Does that change now?
At least my image still commands respect and fear.
Not anymore.
Traitor.
Yeesh.
What's going on?
The Golden Guard. Did you know him in the Coven, Lilith?
Unfortunately, I did. If he's in charge, vomit.
Magical, enchanted, annoying
Hey, I know.
posters.
What we need is a confidence boost.
Greg's List.
No. Witch cackling lessons? The abominable cutie pie.
No, no, no.
Why would you go after that? That's the obvious, like,
Look,
dangerous
there he is.
one.
Jeez. It's only like $600.
Things aren't looking great, Lily. There's not a lot she can digest here, so I make sure to have her favorites around. That's rough, buddy.
Sokka.
This
Ouch.
is awful. Ida wouldn't be in this situation if it weren't for me.
You think you can handle this squirt?
I can handle anything.
Ooh. Get the top! Another ominous pyramid-like thing. Oh, so you gotta love bounty hunting is basically like picking up recyclable cans in this universe.
Fun people.
Here's a giant bag full of aluminum cans. Okay, 25 cents.
How do I look?
She got mana potions?
Getting scammed at the market was such a bummer, but it gave me an idea on how to earn a little more cash. But I can still make potions!
That do
Quite
what?
fun. Thank you. Alright. Have fun wallowing in self-pity and feeling bad for cursing me. Bye!
Ooh.
Lay on the guilt thick, why don't
I
you?
deserve this.
Yeah, you kinda do.
Property of the Half-Blood Prince,
I bet
what?
she would love a peek inside the castle.
How's my bestie doing? A scrying potion? Woo! You're trying to spy on your old buddies? We can find out their crushes! You can give them cute couple names!
Oh my god.
No! I can do this alone. Don't follow me.
A good friend would respect her wishes, but a better friend would help no matter what!
Freaking Hooty.
Go Team Aqua!
We all do the work. We all get a cut. I have many deaths. Till then, keep everything shipshape.
Ah, barnacles.
Really deadly particles. Pirates of the Caribbean music.
That parrot has a hand for a face.
Confront my own biases.
You make me feel like a real part of the crew.
Well, that's because you are.
Pirate puns.
Hey, step on, you feather duster! Hey, what a cracker!
Nah.
Kraken crisps.
Ooh.
Release the cracker.
Can't get enough of those cracking crisps.
Is that the Emperor's sigil? This ship
Damn it,
belongs
Bill.
to the Emperor? Oh boy, I gotta tell Luce.
Unfortunately, you won't have the chance.
Huh. Honey, just ordinary honey. That doesn't sound so bad. This isn't just ordinary honey. Ooh, Jesus.
Who am I without magic? Without a coven?
Without friends?
Meh.
I said!
You don't know how to get those fire bees, but I can help.
How far can he
I was
stretch?
gonna say.
Follow me!
If I were you, I
This is
would
gonna be like a Jake the Dog thing, isn't it?
Matter. You aren't me. You're just some kind of weird bird worm.
Birdworm. It's like Beedrills if they were fire types.
We're here. Ours peeled mace.
Ew. Uh-oh.
She's close.
There she is.
Here.
There she goes. Oh shit. Whoa.
I stab at thee. Ooh,
Left magic.
ice work there. Leave it to loose.
What the?
Is that a ghost pirate?
The money! We're being robbed!
Neat little boat.
Ice way to travel.
Ah. Damn you and your puns.
I'll chill out. Ah!
Nita!
Yeah?
I can't say I'm
Why are you
surprised.
robbing our ship? And what happened to your legs?
It's called disguising your tracks. Now, why were you on that ship to begin with?
Oh, here he is.
That can still be arranged.
So she planned to just steal the treasure after they got the creature all along. I mean, to be honest, that would have been the better plan because it's far less work, but
everything
it
more fun.
would have been nice if she let Luce know about it.
Active brands.
And Luce probably would have ruined the plan if that had been the case.
Yeah.
So one way or the other, it was doomed.
Yeah.
the human stuff I've collected, and this is a
What if that
back
Selkie
scratcher.
Damas turns into like a person? Because that's what Selkies
That's
do.
a lunchbox.
And a toy
I guess
from
this would be a
Disney
lesson
and
for
Pixar's
Lilith
Luca.
on
Parents
learning
during
to
the
accept
summer
help.
rated PG.
Interesting, after Hooty was kicking her ass earlier, now he's helping her.
I don't know, he's participating.
Listings for time and check.
And why would we do that?
Because none of you can use real magic.
You don't know that.
Maybe not. But I do know that you're standing on a plant that eats flesh.
But
The human will remain a sailor to repay all the money she lost, while the owl lady will be arrested. Again, for attacking one of the Emperor's ships.
Emperor's ship?
They're the only ones worth robbing. Well, I'm just gonna smack you around a bit. Yeah!
beating him with her own arm.
Leave me alone!
How about I leave you dangling above the boiling sea? Around these parts, just the steam is enough to cause third-degree burns. Go, or I drown the bird.
Ah, it's dark now.
I am a witch.
Unhinged!
Are you gonna unleash the dogs or the bees? The dogs with the bees in their mouth, so when they bark
They
bees at
shoot
you?
flaming bees at you.
Oh, go ahead, do your worst.
No witch is an island. I'll face my
Whoa. Damn, Hooty.
No witch is an island, then how do you account for the Titan?
Heard what he said, Ida. Because you stuck with me, you lost your magic. You almost got turned to stone, and now you can't even afford your apple blood because you're worried about what I need to eat. I'll make it all up to you, Ida the Owl Lady. I promise.
It's like a seal mixed with a pufferfish.
Yeah.
You helped me find King's Crown when you barely knew me. You saved me from turning to stone, and you even got me talking to my sister again. So, unfortunately for you, my life is pretty great because I'm friends with Luce the human.
Aww. Hey, baby!
Do you want to learn your first glyph?
He's like a
For
parrot.
10 hours.
Yeah.
You're actually weirdly endearing.
No, I'm not.
Oh, that thing smells awful. Why are you touching it with your hands? Gross.
You are gross. Now give me King.
Actually, he smells pretty bad too.
Eh.
Take him. And try to stay out of trouble. The Emperor is not a merciful man. Bye!
I haven't seen his face, and yet I want to punch him.
Yep, I suspected.
Nice.
My first glyph, did I do good?
Yeah, you did great.
Aww. He's so cute!
Baby, oh.
It's like a baby seal.
Wait, what is that? Don't worry, King. Hot dang! It gave you the treasure of the sea.
Gold?
That seal just barked treasure.
It's
Saltgris. People pay big money for it at the night market.
No,
Oh, it's like ambergris, like from Wales.
Luxuriating. What? You don't like to luxuriate?
Oh, who smells like whale porn?
I do!
Move over.
Ew!
Ask for help.
It's okay.
Oh.
Sorry for being all nosy.
Or Hooty.
Hey, Lulu. Every friendship comes with its ups and downs. Right, best friend?
Psst.
I'm not commenting on that.
Ugh.
Lucifer.
Oh.
Lucifer.
To prove that I'm trustworthy, I'm giving you a peek inside the Emperor's castle.
Ooh.
So.
What's up?
What are we supposed to do with this?
These troops don't know what to do with themselves. So, go crazy. Pull whatever pranks your heart desires. They're clueless without me. Oh, Lily, you couldn't have been more right. Who wants to get takeout and draw faces on Hooty?
Yay! On you? Yeah, I'm in.
I'll protect you, Lucifer.
Aww. Oh!
Things are starting to feel right again.
Knock, human.
Ooh.
Ah, new ending.
Ooh, I like that style of art.
Ah, his face.
Part of his face.
Well.
It's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
I guess we should have figured they would be strapped for cash now that Ida's not stealing shit anymore. Or at least not the type she used to get easily to, sell off. I mean, on the one hand, it's good she's not wanted anymore, which means she doesn't have the Emperor's coven constantly breathing down her neck. On the other hand, she's pretty much lost her reputation at this point and can't accomplish as much as she used to. But she knows glyph magic now, sort of, I'm sure.
At least one or two spells now.
Yeah, she knows the light spell, she knows
Yeah.
the plant spell, so
Yeah.
stands to reason Lisa's going to teach her everything and discover more along the way.
I hope so.
And yeah, I kind of feel bad for Lilith, but at the same time, I kind of take joy in her suffering because she really did kind of deserve that. And I get it, she feels guilty, she's trying to make up for everything, and honestly, if it wasn't for Hooty, she probably would have died from that beast swarm. It's nice to see that, A, she can be grateful and accept help when needed, and B, she legitimately is trying
She's
to...
working to redeem herself, yeah.
Yeah. So that we're in the right direction here, and it stands to reason Luce would feel guilty, because, yeah, she kind of is to blame for a lot of what happened. Although I kind of argue that Ida's curse would have worsened anyway, which would have put her at at the mercy of the Emperor one way or another.
So in a way, it's a good thing that Luce came in when she did.
Yeah, because if she definitely wouldn't have been able to save her for sure, and then, you know, the Emperor would have gotten the door, and then he would have been invading whatever world. So yeah, that's I'd say it's definitely a good thing Luce showed up. And then of course we met the Golden Guard. I've seen a lot of people theorize about who he is and all that, and I know we saw like a peek at his face.
I'm taking an early stab, but maybe he's related to Bellows.
I guess I could see that.
I mean, obviously, again, it's way too early to tell.
Yeah, because we know
we don't know anything about him.
Well, I know. Yeah. Well, from what Ida said, was not Lilith. She said that he gets like special treatment, so it may very well be because he's related, but or maybe his like personal apprentice. But I guess we'll have to see that. Yeah,
I mean, I guess I was just going off of the end credits there, where they show, you know, peek at his, you know, part of his face and his hair, and you see, you know, him standing next to Bellows, who also has the hair. So again, I'm taking a huge leap in that, but
yeah.
That is something that can be inferred.
I can see now why Lilith is like annoyed by him, because on the one hand, yes, he is actually effective. On the other hand, he's also kind of obnoxious. Because, like, he has, like, that, you know, like, know-it-all teenager attitude about him that just it makes you want to, like, slap him. I feel like he's going to be a formidable foe, though. I mean, on the one hand, he was easy to fool, but on the other hand, he got that far through that journey without Luce ever figuring it out. He probably would have been successful in catching her had Ida not interfered. Also, how far can Hooty stretch?
Yeah.
Like, I knew he could go, like, I guess a significant distance, considering we saw him attack Lilith and the other Coven followers. But how far did Lilith go to, like, that beehive? Like, again, like you said, it's probably like a Jake situation where he can just stretch indefinitely, or at least to a very large limit. Like, I have the feeling we are going to learn more about Hooty in this, because I believe when Zenith was accepting questions from fans, someone asked if we'd ever learn about Hooty, and she mentioned that he did have a backstory, and it was actually kind of sad. And when we saw the trailer, we saw like an owl creature. As to whether or not that was Lilith transformed fully, or if that was the original form of Hooty, you know, is yet to be seen.
Or Hootifer.
Hootifer. I love that name. Combination of Hooty and Lucifer, and we know that Hooty's basically the devil, so. He's the devil with a cheery face and a high voice. Hoot hoot. He's the mascot of an evil corporation! Anything you want to add to this?
It's still very early on. I'm waiting to see how things play out a little more.
Yeah, at this point, a few questions I have. I mean, obviously they took care of their money troubles for now with the grist that they got from the creature, so there's that. And they now have Lilith's spell so they can spy on the Emperor's coven and they can get a heads up. On the other hand, we've seen now that the Emperor has basically finished putting the door together, and it stands to reason he'd probably come to the conclusion that they still had the key, which means that they'd become targeted again.
Yeah, of course.
And there's also the question of whether Luce is still in school or not. Because we know she's been bounty hunting all this time, trying to, you know, help Ida out of guilt, but I'm wondering if she's been skipping classes as a result of that, if she'd still be allowed back at school, and if she'd even
Is school even in session right now?
Yeah, we don't really fully, again, know how the school seasons work in this universe. If they do a summer thing, or if it's like Japan, where they take periodic breaks. The point is, though, is that A, we don't know if she's still at school, and B, if it's a good idea for her to go back to school, especially now that the Emperor's going to target her again, because that's like the most obvious place she would be. I mean, I assume she would go back, considering, you know, we need to get the friends into the plot somehow, and yeah, they could visit, but school seems like the more logical thing. And plus, we know eventually, from what we saw in the trailer, they're going to meet the other Coven leaders as well, so it stands to reason they probably would all visit the school at some point, you know, as a way to recruit new students into, like, their respective covens.
In fact, for all we know, she's probably even safer at the school, because it seems like the headmaster is on her side.
Yes and no. Like, we know he doesn't have the best history with Ida, for obvious reasons.
But he is willing to work with her. He even said, she made me love teaching again by leaving the school. But still, I think I think the headmaster is more of an ally than, you know...
Well, yeah, I mean, as far as we know, but at the same time, if the Emperor showed up and gave him a direct order, I feel like he would follow him over protecting Luce, but that's
maybe, or he might pretend to be helping the Emperor and secretly be protecting Luce and Ida, or, you know, find a way to not actually do whatever it is the Emperor has done.
I guess he could be a secret ally in that sense.
Deceive him, yeah.
So yeah, good start to the second season. I like how Luce has been, like, taking videos, sort of, like, from The Martian, just for, I guess, like, prosperity's sake or something, just to, I guess, give herself hope that she'll be able to go home and, like, see her mother again. I love King is, like, basically a bird.
First he's a dog, then a cat, now he's a bird.
He's everything.
I still can't get over the fact that one of those parrots basically had a hand for a head.
Maybe that's a reference to something?
Maybe.
Like, you know, like parrots like are always like... like that? I don't know. But it is weird. I'm like, how does that thing eat? So what was the title of the next episode?
So the next episode is Escaping Expulsion.
So I guess I will kind of go into what I was talking about before, and that is Luce still going to be welcome back at the school. We know it's been a week and a half since that incident, so has she been missing a week and a half of classes then? I'm guessing this might be one of those things where she has to, again, fight in order to stay in school, or, you know, maybe cut her losses, but we'll have to see about that. I kind of hope she stays just because, you know, A, it's a good way to stay in touch with her friends on a more consistent basis, and B, I know they can't exactly teach her the magic that she uses now, but they still can teach her something, especially in regards to where the other covens are involved, which we know is going to be a plot point later. So next time, hopefully we won't face expulsion, because nobody wants that. But until next time, I'm Kat McBerry.
I'm Doug McBerry.
And to substitute for Eric, yeah, don't mess with Hooty. He will take on a legion of fire-breathing bees. And that is horrifying.
Hoot hoot.